free. We be tapping in your energy. We be tapping in your energy. They call us elemental beings. The hierophants on the drum. Let your heart be free. Yeah. We be tapping in your energy. We be tapping in your energy. They call us elemental beings. Yeah, yeah. We be tapping in your energy. We be tapping in your energy. They call us elemental beings. And we back with a live show. Hey, the hierophants on the drum. The hierophants on the drum. Hey, elemental beings. Hey, hey, and go stupid on the drum. We be tapping in your energy. They call us elemental beings. Trying to save the people from the pain and misery. Hey, hey, we be tapping in your energy. Hey, we be tapping in your energy. They call us elemental beings. The hierophants on the drum. And let your heart beat free. Hey, we be tapping in your energy. We be tapping in your energy. They call us elemental beings. The hierophants on the drum. Let your heart beat free. Yeah, we be tapping in your energy. We be tapping in your energy. Elemental beings. Hey. Trying to save the people from the pain and misery. And this life is not that hard. We be pulling all these scars while we healing all these scars. Hey. Elemental beings. Hey. We be tapping in your energy. We be tapping in your energy. Hey, hey, and we ain't worried about no enemies. We be tapping in your energy. And we don't worry about no enemies. They call us elemental beings. Yeah, we about to tap into this energy. Yeah, tap into this energy. Tap into this energy. We manifest to do less stressing. We pray to God we get this blessing. And then ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. Hey, the blessings flow in so abundantly. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. We about to tap into this energy. Go stupid on the drum. We about to tap into this energy. We about to tap into this energy. The high falls on the drum again. Let your heart be free. Yeah. Tap into this energy. Hey, I'm really feeling this energy. Hold up. Hey, this energy. Hey, I'm really feeling this energy. Hold up. Tap into this energy. Hey, tap into this energy. Tap into this energy. Elements of beings. Hey, hey, hey. I'm really so grateful. Yeah, I'm actually thankful. Hey, fill me up, fill me up. Hey, hey, fill me up, fill me up. Hey. Okay, knock the dust off there.
That was
Okay.
groovy.
I felt the ancestors very present.
Coming through.
Okay. Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well, in good spirits, and attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright. Of course, we're coming through with another live message for you guys. Make sure you take the message, how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you guys love the video, to leave it a thumbs up, hit the bell, hit all, so you get notified when we live.
What's good, y'all? Good evening. Pray everyone is having a good day, had a good day. Hopefully everything went well for you. So we're here to pull some cards, get out a message, and that's what we're here to do. So I got a quick download in
Message.
collective, right? Because I just want to soothe somebody's fears. Like, I feel like people say things that put us in fear all the time as a collective, and we hear certain things and we go in fear, right? So for a lot of my collective, or our collective, when you're listening to your readings and you're hearing people talking about spell work being done on you, keep in mind, most of the spell work is gossip, right? Don't go looking at people thinking that they in the kitchen cooking up. It's not always the case. A lot of times the magic is gossip. Cat's out the bag, you know. We were speaking about a certain individual today that we both know, and they have an amazing power to gossip. Like, we was like, wow, they do be gossiping. And they gossip, and I realized it's the oldest, most ancient form of a magic spell to gossip, right? So when you hear the readers and they say, this one doing spell work on you and this one, don't always take it and look at people like they walking around with a cape, because you be in psychosis. You be looking at everybody like they got a broom that they ready to hop on, right? And that's not always the case. One of the biggest forms of spell work is gossip, in fact, the oldest. So, you know, it's real easy to defend against that. Like,
Okay. Okay. When the lies run out. I don't know, that's what I heard.
when the hate don't work, they start telling lies.
I heard when the lies run out, okay? So I don't know.
Hate niggas ain't happy.
Okay.
Happy niggas ain't hating.
Okay? That's what I heard when the lies run out. Something about that. Somebody could have like spread some major falsehood about you, some kind of lie, some kind of just untruth, right? Or maybe it is true, but maybe it's also true that you are a different person now or something like that,
Yeah.
Because when the lie runs out, I don't care if it was something that you did weeks ago. If you've been delivered from a thing, you can't be accused of being something that you're not, and people want to put labels on other individuals so much that we have to be careful that we don't go around trying to label people or put people in a box. Honor yourself. Okay? Honor yourself. Recognize the hard work that you put in to get where you are today. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. And that's very important. I wrote something the other day. Somebody asked me a question, how do you keep yourself motivated? What do you do? And, I cheer myself on for little wins. I might not get exactly where I want to be each day, but every time I make a small win, I pat myself on the back. You go, girl. Dang, you did it, right? Because, how quick do we talk negatively when we don't do something right, right? Beat yourself down. Dang, I can never get it right. So I try to, kudos to me when I make, small wins. And you should be doing this as well. Honor yourself, right? There's also someone that needs to understand your body is literally your temple. I know it sounds a little bit cliche, but, this is the truth here. Honor yourself. You are worthy than more. You are more worthy than you have been acknowledging yourself to be. Let me get my words right. Okay. So honor yourself here. I feel like, also a lot of hard work has been going into the things you've been doing lately. Okay. Yeah. Look, we got the horse, the year of the horse. Okay. Freedom. I was speaking about the year of the horse. We're already started. It started, the Chinese New Year started on February 17th. This is a time about passion, freedom to be who you are. This is about the energy of action and, doing and, just not sitting still, right? It says your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Yeah, you're in a position to accomplish your dreams, your goals. Okay. I'm seeing somebody and you could be checking things off of a list or something like that. A bucket list, I just heard. Somebody could be creating a bucket list. Somebody could be like, I'm tired of doing the same old things. You could be wanting to do something different. I know my husband had spoke about something the other day. He was like, babe, have you ever done such and such? You want to go? And I was like, yeah, that's dope, right? You could just be finding things that really bring you peace here. And it says, I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. So I feel like, you could have been a person that, at one time you weren't as confident in your own intuition. Okay. But I feel like right now you're honoring yourself. Okay. You need to be honoring yourself and you are headed in the right direction, whatever it is for you. And it looks different for all of us. Right. But if you're sitting here in front of me, you got to be headed into the right direction because I know what I represent. I know what my husband represents. Right. So, trust the process is what I'm hearing.
Okay. So for the oracle, I have emerging dawn and walking unscathed. Right. And they go along with your reading. Emerging dawn and walking unscathed is, okay. So you went through an ending. You came out on the other side of it. And now you're looking like you didn't even go through what you went through, right? That's what the cards are telling me. You have a look about you and you don't at all look like what you've been through, which is a good thing. But the reading is showing me where it's a bad thing as well. So I'm going to get into it, right? Now, it's not really bad necessarily, but I'm going to just show you yourself from a different perspective in this reading. Now, emerging dawn, walking unscathed. So keep in mind, as you move throughout, you don't look like what you've been through. So keep that in mind. When you come into contact with people, they don't know what you've been through and God has blessed you. You don't look like it. So when you don't look like what you've been through, you gotta be prepared for people to underestimate you. You can't get offended when somebody look like they look at you like you're inexperienced because you don't look like you have the experience that you have. It's a blessing. That's how you walking. All right. Now, get to the reading. You got Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse, right? Big earth sign. Every sign is an earth sign, right? You don't have to be, but it's earth energy. So the Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. On top of you going through all you went through and coming out looking like you didn't go through none of it, you also had the ability to make a move, and you in the Nine of Pentacles, which is, that's wish fulfillment. Like, you in the energy of very abundant, right? All these coins, so you're making money.
Money, money, money,
money, money, money, money, money earning Mount Vernon on a line, right? Somebody say money earning Mount Vernon, right? Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, that's great energy. Like, that's like, going through things with the emerging dawn, coming out, you looking good. So you probably smelling good, because you in the Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, so you smell good. Because Ace of Pentacles upright, that's a healthy card, right? Sound mind, so everything intact. Bam. Now, the only thing that concerns me is you also being stingy. You in the stingy mode. Because Six of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't know if you understand energy or not, but I'm gonna tell you, like, church came up with a system called tithing, right? You can knock church all you want, but the tithing system, it works. Because it's merely you putting in a consistent energy for a bigger overall picture. Well, in life, you have to begin to do that too. Not only in church, but you have to tithe. Like, when you blessed, Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, you blessed, right? I'm hearing that song, I'm blessed in the spirit, we're blessed in the field. We're blessed when we come and when we go. Yeah, that's you, right? Somebody, you blessed. But your Six of Pentacles is in reverse, so I can tell you, if you don't give when you bless, you know what happens? I've been in a situation. You feel the spirit urging you to give, but you don't really want to give, or you don't want to give to a particular person. Well, when you don't give, what happens is your blessings slow up. Your blessings slow up above. It might not show up below just yet. But eventually you'll get to a point where, because you didn't give, things are dwindled. And if you're not careful, you'll get to a point where you be in regret about not giving. You ever felt that before? Where you knew you were supposed to give, you ain't give, blew the money, then look back like, man, if I'd have just done what I gave, if I'd have gave the church their money, only if I'd have gave the church their money, I wouldn't have blew my money, right? So somebody, give more. If you have more, it's so that you can give more. Don't never be afraid to give. And you don't have to give to people who demand from you, but you got to find some way to give and giving is giving. Like, for instance, you got to give like this, to receive like this. I'm going to show you something. When you go in your closet, right? Because some of y'all, men and women, a lot of shoes in your closet. You got a lot of tennis shoes, men. Woman, you got a lot of shoes all in your closet, right? Well, how about going into your closet and picking out the shoes that you really like, or the ones that's up in the first 5 selection you got, your top 5. Pick one out the top 5 and give it. That's how you create room to receive on another level. See, when you giving from things that you don't really want no more, you're not really you donating. Yeah. For real. That's a donation.
Yeah, how to take the stuff to
the Goodwill. That's not. I mean, and if you want to receive donations, then you give donations. But if you want to receive abundance, you got to give in a sacrificial way, to where as though you feel it. You got to give to where as though, man, oh boy, I love them, but here you can have them. I love this. I love that sport coat, boy, but you can go ahead and look a little better on you. You can have it. Or my women, I love them shoes, but you can go ahead and rock them. You can have them, sis. Go ahead, right? Get that bag away, right? Something. Because if you learn how to give, you'll come out the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And your time. Yeah. Somebody, you ain't got time for people. You're doing a little better. Life is getting better. Okay. And now you ain't got time for nobody.
I always say if we don't clean out the closet, we don't have room for more,
Yeah.
So Let's see. We got encouragement over here in the Eight of Cups. Spirit is encouraging you to walk away from something, release what doesn't serve you. You could be feeling emotionally unfulfilled. You could be feeling like it's time to move on, or I don't know, you just want to let go of something here, okay? The Eight of Cups for me is like a spiritual journey. That's when you walk away from, the bondage. It's when you walk away from, being stuck in one way of looking at things. It's when you just walk away, you are literally fed up and you know that there is more and greater in life. Okay? And that's what I'm saying here. We got spiritual awakening, but we also have the Temperance coming out in the reverse here. So I don't know. I feel like, it's challenging when you're going through a spiritual awakening, because a lot of times by this time you have cut off a lot of people, right? So when you're going through your spiritual awakening, your people that you can speak to are limited, right? So, I feel like, there could just be some kind of discord here. You could be feeling just impatient, imbalanced, or something like that. Okay, but you're going through a spiritual awakening. There is light inside of everyone, and a spiritual awakening is about lightening up. Free the beauty in your life and listen to your your innermost power. You are able to face life, and that's real. You could be really needing to learn how to slow down like me. I am really learning how to slow down and be more patient. And honestly, if I could tell my younger self, I wish that I could slow down earlier, right? Because we are always taught to just rush. And a lot of us, we forget to enjoy the moment. We get to knocking things over. We get to just making mistakes just because we were always taught to rush, to multitask, to do this, sometimes our attention spans, I know, for me, your attention span becomes very small, so many things out there. So yeah. I don't know, lack of perspective, just try to be patient. Things could seem like a little unorganized, a little chaotic, but I feel like, it's spiritual warfare. I mean, it's World War III out here, When you're going through a spiritual awakening, right? You're becoming your higher self, and someone's becoming their darker self. Okay, so you have all kinds of spiritual energy moving around right now. So it could be a bit heavy, is what I'm hearing.
Wow.
Right, a bit heavy. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. A bit heavy, but I feel like this is not that rock that you can't push off of your chest. I feel like it feels heavy, but this is one of those rocks you can like lift. You're able to lift yourself from out of this one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sometimes God puts you in them situations to make you push a strength out of you that you don't know you have.
Right.
You ever been in a frightening situation and you was able to move something you normally couldn't move? I've been like that in life before. Sometimes you have things in you and they awaken, spiritual awakening, right? Or God may be trying to awaken something in you, a strength in you. Remember, I was like, life is getting better.
Life is getting
and then
better.
Look, this fell out, getting better, right? Getting better and right track. So I really feel like before I start the reading, I want somebody to understand you're on the right track and things are getting better. And it's not something that I'm just saying, right? I feel like if you begin to look at life from, if you begin to value things differently, maybe you'll see that you have an abundance that you're overlooking, right? First thing being health. Because I noticed something. When we healthy, right, we want so much. But when we unhealthy, we ask somebody who unhealthy what they want. They want their health.
Good health. Can't buy with money.
So when you healthy, that's the first thing. And I know that's cliche, but at the same time, don't take it for granted, because you don't want to be unappreciative for your own health, especially when you're in spiritual places, maybe, elevated points of attack, I call them. Because anytime you growing, the enemy throwing. Yeah. And that's just that. Like when you growing, they coming for you, right? All right, getting better, right track. And then a reading, it's an earth sign I'm talking to. Like I pulled all earth sign cards on my first three, and I got all pentacles again.
Dear, wow.
Right? So
it's a whole lot of money up in here.
a lot of money, a lot of pentacles, like a lot of earth energy, right? So I got the Five of Pentacles, to the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. So automatically I see that you have taken yourself away from something, a group, maybe a family setting. I mean, if I really look like, it looked like somebody, you could have left the party early recently, right? Or you could be a person that has anxiety when you get around people. You get the I want to go home syndrome. Like maybe you get all ready to go out, you go out, and then it's easy for you to get dismayed, right? Somebody. But nevertheless, the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, it tells me somebody you're isolated. You feel in a place where maybe not feel alone, but outside the loop, so to speak. Like it could be a family thing where you're making some decisions that your family don't agree with, or you in a space where you just not seeing eye to eye with family. I feel like it's family with the Ten of Pentacles, right? And you even could be you could have recently, or at some point in your life, for whoever this is for, you could have easily had to leave your family. In the Five of Pentacles, you could have had to leave home. It could have caused you to be homeless for a certain point, or you could be going through being homeless right now, or you could be staring at homelessness. And I don't think that it's harsh. I believe it's a matter of separation. Sometimes we leave certain things for our peace. I've been that way before. I done left a few homes. I'd rather be homeless than deal with this right here, right? So, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like that. But the Page of Pentacles, it shows me that you are in very much an energy of assertiveness and enthusiastic as well. Now, the Page of Pentacles, also you could be being in a certain way, you could be being immature with the isolation. I feel like I feel like when we withdraw ourselves, right? All right, let me say it like this: we all have power, right? Certain amount of power and energy. Some things you fight for in life, and some things you don't, right? Now, when we willfully separate ourselves, and it's a situation that we just we kind of being maybe arrogant or stubborn, or we kind of being in an area where we could really use our power to smooth things over, but we don't. Yeah. Right? That kind of energy. Page of Pentacles. So I feel like it's a matter of maturity in this. Somebody maybe you need to grow up. Sometimes people don't want to hear that, but you might need to grow up about this isolation thing. Just because you separate doesn't mean you right. Just because you get the download don't make you right. Just because you gifted don't make you right. None of that makes you right, right? So unity is always better than isolation. And I'm gonna tell you, when you isolate, especially from the ones that you love, and you trying to do it all your own, you suffer so many attacks. People who are isolated get attacked the most. I say it and I'm going to keep on saying it. When you isolate yourself, it's good sometimes. You find a hermit, that's good. But remaining in isolation too long is not good because you suffer attacks in isolation. So if you can unify a situation, come from out the cold. Be willing to open up. Be willing to talk, especially if it's family, I know family always ain't right, and I know how family can be. Trust me, I come from one myself. But when you got the power and you the bigger one, you got to learn how to use your power in the right way sometimes. Just running away, tucking off, isolating, that's not always justified. As bad as we want it to be, it's not.
Mm-hmm. I have stepped back in the Knight of Cups in the reverse here. There's someone that could be trying to approach you. Step back, take a look deeper. You know, make sure you're going beyond the surface. Make sure you're asking the right questions. Make sure you know what people's intentions are with you when they step towards you, because it says you could be disappointed here with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay? This is like, you know, very manipulative energy. Okay? Even obsessive energy. Someone could, you know, this is the kind of energy where gaslighting. Okay? This is the kind of energy where I don't know. I just seen like a man doing a love spell.
That's crazy.
I just seen like a man doing a love spell. No lie. Like I just seen that. Like,
bro, you ain't got no business.
You know, but very manipulative kind of energy. Okay. Evaluate the situation properly. I don't know. I feel like there's a false energy here that wants to step towards you. You know, your light is attractive. You know, your aura, your energy is very attractive. So, you know, a lot of people are going to be attracted to you. So it's very important that, you know, this time you have boundaries, that this time, you know, you make sure that, you know, you're going for the right things. Because I don't know, I feel like somebody's trying to approach you. Okay. Step back. This could be multiple people as well, right? That's why you have to make sure your discernment is popping. You know, you're seeing things clearly. You're getting the proper rest so that, you know, when you have conversations, you're picking up on the things that people are saying. Because sometimes people tell us who they are in the beginning. We just don't pay attention. They tell us exactly what it is.
Warning signs.
Yeah, you know, you get to talking to a person and you go back, you know, you'll be like, well, dang, I remember why I asked such and such. I didn't really put it together at the time. Yeah, you know, so. We also got slow down, and I heard that earlier, slow down. You could be a Queen of Wands. You could be a fire sign. You could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Heavy on the Aries, okay? You could be very controlling, right? Too many irons in the fire, you know, slow down. Very demanding, not easily moved, strong-willed. In the reverse, that means that, you know, not only are you controlling Queen of Wands, I feel like I'm talking to myself a little bit. Not only are you controlling Queen of Wands, but you could also be making a lot of mistakes because you're moving too fast. You know, like, you know how you want to just be in control of everything, and so maybe you need help carrying something or something like that, right? You just go and try to carry it by yourself because you're so controlling. You want things done when you want them done, right? Those kind of things. Just slow down. Ask for help if needed.
Queen of Wands.
You know, it's very good to be strong-minded, strong-willed, but, you know, you also want to be fair.
It's not always easy to slow down when you've been speeding your whole life.
I'm learning. It's not.
You know, give yourself
grace.
Time. Most importantly, be around people that love you for you and people that can understand that even when you're moving fast, you don't mean harm. Because, you know, it's always important to be around people like that. Okay, so this is very much a present energy that I'm reading right now. It says, be here now and just go with it, right? So I feel like you made a decision, and I feel like you made the right decision. This reading is telling me that you made a decision, and the oracle is too. Now, be present in the decision that you made and go with it, right? And I see you doing that. But the oracle in the reading, it matches, it's like identical. So I just want to encourage you, be present, detach from the outcome of things, right? Even if you know, even if you're a reader, even if you see it, even if you got a hunch, even if God told you himself or the divine whispered to you the outcome, right? Just keep in mind, knowing the outcome doesn't mean you have a clue about the sequence of events. So if you stuck on the outcome and you waiting on it, so many things will happen that you will end up forgetting what the initial outcome, and you will doubt everything. You just doubt it because you're too connected to the outcome. And remember, the outcome is in divine timing. Although God can give us the ability to see things, I don't care, you can be the most magnificent seer. You can have what they call, you can be like they call in the ancient times, a wingtip seer. But I'm going to tell you like this, you can't see down through the sequence of events.
Mm-hmm.
No one can.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has the power to do
Probability.
that, right? Probability and energy. This is what we're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, you can say spirits, you can say this, but it's all energy at the end of the day, no matter how you sequence it, right? Now, be here again, be here now, just go with it. So I'm encouraging you again. You made a decision, stand on business. I see you doing this. Now I'm going to dig into your reading. 8 of Cups in reverse, thumbs up. 4 Swords to the 9 of Swords in reverse. What they say in the hot diggity dog, right? Check this out. The 8 of Cups in reverse to the 4 of Swords, that's you not leaving. Somebody made a decision not to move into, maybe it was something pulling you, right? And maybe you were on the fence. Should I go forward? Should I this? Should I do? I see that you made a decision to, even if you went forward, you didn't lose a part of you. You didn't depart from a certain part of yourself. And I think that you fought a good fight, right? Because you in the 4 Swords, which means you resting now. Mm-hmm. See, you might have been in a position where you couldn't really rest because you had something. You know how we get in those places, they call them crossroads in life, mm-hmm. right? Somebody, you made a right decision, which has led you to the 4 Swords, to the 9 of Swords in reverse. Not only are you resting, you're not nervous no more. See, that's the blessing in it all. Whoever I'm speaking to, you made a decision, and I want you to be present with it. You're not nervous, right? Now, during the sequence of it, because I really feel like somebody, you have a gift, you seen something, somebody gave you a prophecy, maybe you got one of them readings that the divine just stuck something in you, but you see something, right? Or you know an outcome in some certain situation, maybe many situations. But I see you now in the energy of being a normal, you have regulated your energy to as though you can now fit in the normalcy of society. Even though you see and you know the outcome, you're not stuck to it, right? You detach from it, which is good because it doesn't make you nervous no more. You know how you get them psychosis when you first start seeing things? You be nervous because you're just seeing too much, right? You know, you haven't balanced it all out. You're always in the 9 of Swords. You're seeing people, they looking like spirits to you and everything. You know what I'm saying? You skeptical of everybody around you, you know. You get to looking at your parents funny. And all of these type of things happen, right? Until we balance the energy out. Yeah. When somebody, you balance it out, you're getting rest, you're not nervous, and you didn't lose yourself. You didn't depart from who you are, right? So just be present in the now and go with it. You made a decision. Now stand on your business, right? Don't let nobody persuade you. Don't let no spirits come and convince you otherwise. If you made a decision, right, stand on it. Because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So if you make a decision, just stand on your decision, right? Yeah.
I can't control the world, but I can control how I perceive it. Okay. Something about your eyes. Okay. Something about remembering not to be tricked by these 2 eyes. Your third eye is more important. Your spiritual eye, the one that you can't really see out of through this one. You can't see anything here, right? But you have a knowing here, an understanding. When you look deeper, you can see beyond the surface of things. Okay, something about that. You can have an eye tattooed on you or something like that.
An eye tattoo? Yeah. Tattoo by your eye?
Over your eye or something like that. Let's see. We got detach, let go.
I said detach from the outcome.
King of coins, 9 of wands. Okay. So, okay, I don't know, sir. There's a man here. You could be a male Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Okay, you could be a very a provider. You could be a man and you could be a provider. I don't know, sir. Spirit is saying that there's something that you need to detach from. I don't know. You're coming up very stable. You're coming up very hardworking, dependable, and successful. But I feel like there's something that could be attached to you spiritually. Okay, when you're a king of pentacles, right? A king of pentacles, a king of coins is a person that people are attracted to, not only because of how they look, but let's be honest, this person got that bag, right? So that's the world we live in. Unfortunately, you have to protect yourself from people like this. You have to involve yourself in people that can see beyond what you can offer them, physically. Like something like that. Because I don't know, I'm seeing a very stable man here, but Spirit is saying detach. Okay. Or maybe someone could have detached from a very stable man. Maybe, he was very stable, but emotionally unstable because, the King of Pentacles is a very hard worker. He will put his work before other things. And, he's about the bag. He's normally the owner, So I don't know, something like that, detaching. Then we have let go with the 9 of Wands. You're being tested. Your faith is being tested.
Yes.
Okay.
Unwavering faith.
You're going through the dirt, the grit, the mud.
It's a unwavering.
Okay. When it rains, we don't run now. Because life is getting better. Okay. Something about your courage. Okay. Your persistence. I don't know. I feel like, maybe you're willing to let go of control. Maybe somebody's like, you know what? I have been way too controlling. I am willing to, just see what happens if I chill out. Let me see what happens if I really ride my faith all the way to the end, right? Because some of us, you ever gave up at the end? You be like, man, look, I don't know if this is going to work, right? And God get right to the last little second and boom. And look, you was getting ready. He had to pull you up because you were going to get crazy. Okay? Something about maintaining. Okay? You could be doing intermittent fasting or something like that. You could be trying to maintain your goal weight or something. I don't know. Something about persistence here. Let go of a thing. Detach from a thing.
The outcome.
The outcome. That could be good.
Because that's what I was saying.
Detach from the outcome.
About detaching from the outcome.
There it is. I like that. Detach from the outcome. Right? Catch this lesson.
Yeah. Stop worrying about what's coming.
I like that.
Focus on what you're dealing with now. But I got pretty much the same thing, right?
Flowing.
It says unwavering faith. But you got the faith card, and it says inner vision. So yeah, your faith is being tested, or it's going to be, right? And that's a fact. And I'm gonna tell you, like, it doesn't feel good, but it's for your best, right? Because it helps your faith stay alive. Like, so it says unwavering faith, inner vision. Now let me get into your reading. 4 Wands in reverse, Chariot in reverse. To the 7 of Wands. Right? That's faith.
Yeah.
Because 4 Wands in reverse, like, that's things just looking unstable. Like, 4 Wands in reverse is like instability, or a sense of instability, or a sense of really not knowing where provisions may be coming from next, even. Some people, right? Not that bad for everybody, like, but the 4 Wands in reverse, it does scream of a sense of instability, about uncertainty about something. It could be a job, it could be a relationship.
A vehicle.
Definitely a vehicle with the Chariot in reverse. Somebody could have lost your car could be down, your car could be broke, right? Your car could be giving you problems, about to give you problems, right? The 4 Wands to the Chariot in reverse, it just shows me that not only are things maybe a bit unstable, it could be also feeling like nothing is going your way, like nothing is going in my favor. Wild things being held up, Chariot in reverse. God, do you hear me? Like, can you send one down kind of energy, right? But the good thing about all this is I see the faith with the 7 of Wands. That's you still willing to defend your ground. That's you still willing to hold your integrity.
Yep.
For my divine feminine, real big on holding your integrity.
Yeah.
Because somebody, maybe you was a part of the nightlife, or maybe, you could have sold yourself short to get the things you need. That could have been your lifestyle, right? But I see that somebody, you're not doing it and you're serious about it, right? No matter how shaky things look, you're not willing to compromise your integrity at this point, which I believe is good for you because God can work with that. The divine can work with that. And also, that's a part of unwavering faith. And for my masculines, right, I feel like it's a matter of going back to something that can make you easy money, but cause you long-term suffering. And I feel like you on the fence as a masculine, and you like, I ain't going, you holding on. People are holding on to that integrity and this energy.
Yeah.
Right? And this is your faith. It's a demonstration of faith. It's people so quick to say who have faith and who don't. But let me tell you somebody that I found, some people that I found that have the biggest faith is like people that in recovery, or people that have things that they give up in life, that they, the ability to fight against that is faith. Because you can easily say, I'm going to just give over to the urge because it's there. Having faith and believing that you can become a better person and walk above it. Somebody, I just want to congratulate you for holding on and fighting your struggle, whatever it may be, because even with all this 4 wands in reverse and this chariot in reverse, it's a 7 of wands upright. So that's somebody that's telling me like you're not willing to compromise in certain areas. And don't.
I communicate with ease and grace. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. Okay? People want to hear what you have to say. People are interested in your story, your journey, your transformation, your change. A lot of people even act like they're not interested in what you're doing, but you'll be surprised that those are the main ones that watch you. Okay?
Yes, indeed.
Like, and it always comes out. If you ever talk to someone that watches you, it slips out in bits and pieces. People can't help themselves, right? So people are watching you. Learn to just continue communicating with ease and grace. And remember, people are willing to embrace what you have to say. It doesn't matter if the likes don't add up, right? Get the message out is what I'm hearing. Because some of you guys have messages, right? Yeah, bring balance to the world. Okay. Expand your horizons. Bring balance. Yeah, some of you guys are balanced to your family, to your friendships, to your job. Like, you are the balance in situations. You could be a Libra that I'm talking to. Let's see. Number 7 could be significant. We got the Ace of Swords coming out here, and you bring balance. Definitely could be a Libra here. Have you on Truth Seeker, Truth Speaker? Because I know he's real and I know he's the truth. Okay. And the IRE could be significant here. Something about that. I don't know. I feel like.
Reflection. Oh, yeah, that joint.
Let me sing because I'm going to start singing and dancing. Okay. I just feel like, you bring balance to a lot of situations. You have a lot of insight and awareness, okay? I feel like, a lot of people try to pretend that they don't see, they don't understand your visions, or, they can't comprehend some of the things that you speak about. But you're very clear. You know how to communicate. You could be a very good speaker. You could have been very good in school, writing, English, literature, history, something like that. And then I got the Ace of Coins. Expand your horizons. A new offer. You could be moving. There could be just new potential, just abundance. I'm seeing a piggy bank. You could be getting a whole bunch of spiritual deposits as you go on this journey. Somebody could be learning like the things that I'm getting inside of me are way better than anything I've ever taken to a bank to deposit.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so we got a couple out here, right? And it's clear as day. You normally don't get the couple out here, but you got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles out here, right? And it's Six of Wands in reverse, right? So, first of all, before we get to the reading, I just had to say the reading, though. You got Harbor of Peace, Learning Secrets. So I see that basically you and your peaceful place, this is when you able to tap into, this is where you learn secrets. Okay, for somebody, this is where you get your download at. Like, you don't find out information by going through people's phones. You don't find out information by tracking people down. You don't even get the information you want by questioning people. You get the information that you want by going into a peaceful place and you get a download. You learn the secrets because you tapped in. And I think that we go through things in life before we realize that. Like, you know, you go through things, you put yourself through, you exhaust every avenue because you want to know something. But then when you realize, when you really sit back, slow your vibration down, up your frequency, you really understand, I already know what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for it because I need to know it. I'm looking to find out to confirm something that I already know. You ever notice that? That we look very hard for things that we already know. Because we're not looking to find out, we're looking to prove that we already know it. Think about it. Somebody done you wrong, and you know they doing you wrong.
You want evidence.
You just want to be able to catch them doing you wrong. For what, though? So you can do what? Say, hey, this is you. It's not a battle that's worth winning. Every battle is not worth winning. Rely on your intuition. Because somebody, you got a couple in your energy, and they are not honorable at all. You got a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles. They could be an earth sign couple. They don't gotta be. But you know this. Whoever I'm talking to, you already know this. So this is just spirit reminding you to keep your distance. It's a couple in somebody's energy. They are not held in high honors. Right? They kind of remind me of a story that somebody once told me about. They had worked for two people, and these people, they weren't always in the highest honors. Like, they treated their employees in the kind of way at certain intervals, right? Did things that were unethical to the employees. It was a couple. So you could be in the same situation where you have a couple that you know about and they are not held in high honors. So you might not want to associate with them. All right. Okay. I don't care about this money and my children I'm worried about. I don't give a okay. You can inbox us, Steph. You know. Sound like you might have some things you might want to tap in about. But yeah, if I'm speaking to you and you know you're dealing with a couple and they got some things going on, you might want to stay away from them. I just heard something earlier. My wife was listening to something, and the lady said, because I hear different things, the truth, it resonates. So I can listen to a lot of things because if it's not on a truthful chord, I don't even pick up on it a lot. But the lady said something, and it had a ring of truth. She was like, you know, when God separates us from certain people, it's because he's trying to free up the spiritual binding, right? And when God do that, and we go back and call him, or we start talking to him, we essentially giving the spirit an invitation to come back in our life, right? And I felt like that could be relevant right here, like.
I heard Sheila. Connections.
It's true.
Ooh.
Almost there.
6 of coins. Okay, I like this. You could be tapping into some divine connections, okay? People that really care about you, you know, people who value you, you know, people that are kind and like-hearted, like-minded. I like this. Connections, generous, generosity, balance, kindness, acceptance, okay? Connections. I feel like there's a lot of high vibrational connections, possibilities, okay? Possibilities for high vibrational connections. I feel like whatever you're connected to spiritually, you know, I feel like you've been being fair. You've been doing the right thing here spiritually. You're connected to something greater than what you understand here. Things are balancing out for you, even though it doesn't seem like it on certain levels. Okay? Continue to be kind. You're being, I don't know, you're being valued right now. Okay? Maybe you feel invaluable, but you know, people really do value you. Like, you know, your presence is needed. You know, your existence is, it's needed, okay? Something like that. I don't know. Someone needs you. Somebody wants me to let you know that they need you. Like, you know, you are holding things together. You could be the bridge between a relationship or something like that. I don't know. Maybe somebody can have some kind of custody things going on. Whatever it is, I feel like you bridge a gap to something, okay? I don't know. Hierophant energy, you know, Hierophant energy is that energy that connects as above, so below.
That,
you know?
The fact that you said that, I was thinking of that. When you carry Hierophant energy, that means that you are validated by the upper realms. But one thing about a person who's validated by the divine, men will try to make it seem like you're not. They're gonna try to unvalidate you because your anointing is too powerful, right? So you got, you know, somebody you could be dealing with that. Don't allow people to make you feel like you invalid.
Mm-hmm. I think we haven't had to do that in a long time, have we? Mm-hmm. Or I haven't just been paying attention.
The other day.
Wow. Okay.
It's always gonna be a few or many people that try to, you know, they want to invalidate. They want to make you invalid.
Okay.
And if you allow it to happen, it will happen. If God showed you some things, supernatural occurrences, signs and wonders, hold on to the remembrance of them and move out on them. When somebody say that you ain't, be like, but that is what I went through. That is, right? Because you gotta fight for your right to party, you know, so to speak.
Okay.
Like, gotta hold on to it.
Good stuff.
It says, and like my wife said, don't believe it. It says, almost there, veil of illusion. Don't believe that, you know, it's things and people trying to make you feel like you're not almost there. Veil of illusion, right? When you about to achieve something in life and you got spiritual enemies, when you getting closer in the spirit realm, they start doing everything they can to try to manifest. Mm-hmm. They want to manifest an ending to your forward movement.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. They make everything seem like an illusion.
Because time is different in the spiritual realm.
Right? Yeah, like in the spirit realm, think about this. Spirits can see in this realm on an energetic level, right? They not privy to the personals of man. If you study the book of Enoch, it'll tell you they was cut off, like these spirits that we contend with, they was cut off from the affairs of man. Mm-hmm. But they can see energy, just like if we tap in, we can see them energy, right? Mm-hmm. So when the spirits see you moving in a certain energy, they know what it brings. Mm-hmm. You understand that? Like, if, say a person is working with a dark spirit, so to speak, right? You got a person, they working with a darker spirit. Now, say they end with this darker spirit to the point where it's like a possession or a subjugation, meaning that a spirit has connected with a person to the point where they can work together. Well, what happens is when your energy change, that person will attack you and come at you, and a lot of times they won't even know why they doing it. It's because the spirit understands what the energy you moving in is going to bring about. spirits can recognize an energetic signature, right? Remember in the Bible when the man tried to cast the devil out and the demon was like, Paul I know and Jesus I know, but you, I don't know you though, right? And that's because spirits and demons, whatever spirits, they all energy. They can read your energy like you can read their energy. All right. So keep that in mind. And see beyond the veil of illusion. You're reading Knight of Wands to the Page of Wands to the Five of Swords. See? The illusion is confusing somebody. Knight of Wands, that's your assertive energy. You go out enthusiastic, right? You move, that's powerful energy, even magical. Then the Page of Wands in reverse that's the point where doubt come in. The Page of Wands in reverse is doubt, immaturity, a lack of enthusiasm, right? Anxiety, and what they call it, the noonday spirit. The noonday spirit is a spirit that they used to say in the old days. If you procrastinate during the day, around noon, a spirit will come take over you, make you lazy, make you don't want to do nothing. Mm-hmm. They call it the noonday spirit, right? So that could be affecting your Knight of Wands, like starting off with a powerful, enthusiastic start, but then somewhere along the line, I believe you got spirits and they throwing projections at you, if I be truthful. And they could be manifesting in the form of people. But all of these energies that's causing you to doubt, it's because they see what's going to come to you if you don't doubt. If you don't doubt yourself and you keep yourself held down and firm, they'll fall by the wayside and you'll walk beyond the illusion and you'll get there, because this says almost there. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter you keeping on walking. We have faith out here and we have almost there. Mm-hmm. So somebody, you just got to, whatever it is, because this Five of Swords, you can't allow the enemy to get in your mind. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Enemy coming for somebody's mind. You got to fight against it. Mm-hmm. That's all. I know it's easier said than done, but a lot of this stuff becomes easy if you learn who to connect with. Yeah. If you learn how iron sharpens iron, right? I mean, people sit in isolation and lose strength. That's why I'm glad God gave me a wife. Man, find a wife, you find a good thing. Why? Because even when I'm isolated from the world, I can't be isolated from her, and she's a part of the collective. So that automatically puts me in touch with the collective. Somebody, you need people. If you don't have a counterpart, then you need a friend that sees like you. Even us, right? We here. Inbox us. It ain't all about money with us. In fact, we rarely move towards the money, right? It's about establishing a connection, because this is where I feel like I receive my spiritual rewards. Yeah. When I'm effectively able to deal with people on the one-on-ones, this is more collective energy. So we just all over, right? But nevertheless, yeah, don't let the enemy get inside your mind, cast illusions on you. In the form of people, spirits, none of it.
Gloria, we had a wonderful day. We ate hibachi. That's my favorite.
Yes.
So my husband made some shrimp and salmon hibachi. Yeah. And I got to ride around the store with my husband popping wheelies while I was on.
Yeah, we was having a ball.
We just was having fun, acting like kids outside,
We went down the track, spent some time down the track.
Went to the track today for track practice. We just been out and about, just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, so hope you had a good day. What's up, everybody? Hey. And that was your message. Accept or reject it. But keep your spirit protected. We love you guys so much. I know this is kind of odd. We normally do the morning show, but we just wanted to hop on today since we didn't get on this morning, okay? Thank you guys for all of your love. If you would like to be a blessing to our channel, all of our information is listed on our page. If you would like to book a personal session with us, you know how to reach us. We hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed, and abundant night. Remember, you are great. You are loved. You are worthy. Okay?